But I haven't started watching White Lotus season 3, so you might be doing something I'm
What
not
does it
familiar
got
with.
face, Maria?
What does it do, cunt face?
What does it cunt face?
Love that.
I was saying that the other night, and Scott was yelling it, screaming it. It was like midnight. It's like, okay, girl.
Good thing your neighbors are like both lesbians and cool.
They're footballers. Players. No. They watch.
You're saying
the
a lot of
footballs.
things.
They watch the football.
Players. They're swingers. Sorry. They're,
Sorry. They're women.
Wait, maybe I bring. Oh, hi. You got it.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi, everybody.
Welcome
to
this
week's
episode of Drag Trash. I'm Queen James.
And I'm Millie Monroe. Wow. You may not recognize Miss Queen James.
No, because I'm barely moving my head. I don't want to fall over. I really feel like I can't move.
Do you?
I'm still getting used to it. I also didn't strap her in.
Well, I know.
So she's sitting.
We're trying her out. It's the maiden voyage.
It's the maiden voyage. Yeah.
Don't hit an iceberg.
We just cut the lace. Thank you, Billy. Another Billy creation.
I know.
The best Billy creation.
She's looking
ever.
a little more used and abused.
I think that she looks great.
Oh, thanks. Just slap her on and
Let's go.
Let's go.
And then this is where you can tell just how tall I really am, because usually my short hair, we even out.
That's true.
But not today.
Not today.
But you didn't, did you, Leah?
But you didn't, did you, Leah?
Wow. Oh, so what's new? I mean, like, we haven't seen each other in a couple of weeks.
Is that true?
It is true.
What happened? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you had some family in town, and so I was just chilling over here.
It just feels like a gigantic blur.
Yeah.
Did you watch Drag Race last week?
I did, actually.
What was it? Makeover challenge.
Correct. And you always hate those.
Can I tell you? I actually liked it.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this to you once, or actually for the 18th time, but to you once. That every single time Millie is like, hate this challenge. After every episode, she goes, you know what? I liked it that time. I think I'm going to like it now.
Well,
and you forget every time. And I love that about you.
I did like this episode.
It was a good one.
I think it's
Anya Nerve's dad. Hi.
I think it's because I kind of liked all of them.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of special towards all of them.
I know everybody like the joke is about Toot's mom.
Susie Toot was mother.
But I was like,
not into it.
Trauma.
She was getting there. Trauma.
And then they were like really getting into it. And then she was saying stuff like, "Oh, I'm really bonding with whose other mom was she bonding with? Like maybe Lexi's mom."
Lexi's mother was
no,
there?
Sam's
mother.
And she was like, "Yeah, like clearly I'm really glad that my mom's here. But do I wish," she was like saying this on TV, "do I wish I had like a mom like this person here with me?" Yeah. I was like, "Whoa."
I mean, at least she can say that kind of stuff.
Too real.
Well, she did kind of remind me of your mother. I
mean, that's maybe where it was hitting home. I was just like, this is kind of the closest. Maybe that's what it was. I was like, this is the closest I could imagine to her getting there, because I really can't, but that was pretty close.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And you've triggered.
Well, it was a good episode.
It was a really good episode. And who ended up winning? I don't remember that. Totally vibed with Sam Starr's mom, though. Loved her.
Oh, Dallas cheerleader.
Loved her. She was funny.
They're very funny together.
They're
I like
funny.
them
You
together.
can tell that that's where she gets her sense of
Anya
humor.
and his father, very funny together.
So great. Also, just love to see how they loved each other very much. Yeah.
Convicted criminal.
Yeah, I think that's what she
said.
said.
And they talked about that a lot.
She did.
And I thought that was so cool.
They get the fuck into these people's lives. I mean, they really lay it out.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
It was good. It was good. I don't know what's happening tonight. Are we cutting people tonight?
We have to, aren't we? Well, no, that's right. Remember Double Save. That happened last week.
One or more people may be out. 3. Cut 3 of them. Make it a top 2.
Honestly, and then just have them like fucking lip sync until they fall for the finale.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, we're evil. I don't want a top 4 though.
I hate the top 4.
Hate it.
Hate the top 4.
So yeah, get rid of 2 at least, because then it will be top 3.
I think it's going to be Anya Nerve.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
For sure.
Anya Nerve, and for sure, I think Sam Star. I think it's going to be a toss-up between Susie Toot and Lexi, just because I feel like Lexi has kind of faded.
But they want her there.
And
she's so likable. And Susie's been doing really well, but she hasn't been... I don't know. That's tough to say. She hasn't been super standout, but she has been the front runner the whole time because everybody fucking.
Well, Anya has how many nerves? How many nerves?
Just one. And you're
She's
on the last.
nerves. No, how many wins she got?
She's got 4 now.
4.
Yeah, so she's the front runner, but people don't come for her like they have Susie. They're like doing all that like, voting and like placement and shit like strategically so Susie won't do well.
They don't like Susie because she's a theater kid with like actual self-esteem.
I think they see a little bit of jinx in her too.
100%.
And they're like, the judges see that. So like we
Knock
are
her down.
trying to make sure she doesn't get the
But see, Jinx had water off a duck's back. And she was very like self-conscious until she was like on stage and it like came out. Yeah. Susie doesn't have that
storyline.
No.
She's super confident.
Super confident.
Yeah. Cracked it.
Kick her off.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, if it's between her and Lexi, I choose Lexi.
I mean, I guess really, they're probably going to kick off Sam Star, and it's going to be Susie, Anya, and Lexi.
Sam would have to kind of kick herself off at this point, though.
She kind of did in that dancing challenge, in that stupid figurative dancing, not figurative dancing.
Yeah, that wasn't good for her.
Interpretive dancing.
That wasn't good for her.
And a lot of people did not understand the assignment there.
And the only people that did, that was the like risky challenge this season. They always have a left field one.
Risky.
This one did work because Lexi and Anya made it fucking make sense.
Drag.
Yeah.
Drag.
Because they were just like, oh, I've seen this. Let's be stupid.
Right. I don't know.
Well, top 4 though, maybe tonight. Maybe top 3.
Top 3.
You think they're gonna kill 2 of them?
I mean, maybe. I know they're gonna get rid of at least one person. Will they kill them?
Maybe if they kill somebody, we don't know.
It's like that squirrel I saw in front of my house this morning.
Dead. That's sad.
Yeah, it was really flat. Val Kilmer died.
Dead.
Who's your favorite Batman?
I really like George Clooney.
I really like George Clooney too.
He was in the gay ones though, right?
George Clooney felt like
and he was in
bad Batman.
A little bit.
But he was like, I have to go out and save the world again because these kids are on my last nerve.
I bought him as a billionaire more than maybe the other ones. And I was like, he grew up rich. Like, I'm getting this. Val was like chip on your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that it was much more like he was carrying that childhood trauma. And then like Christopher, what's his name? Yeah. The Chris Nolan movies, who does it? Christian Bale. His are like, he's like a fist fighter. Like that was them trying to prove that Batman wasn't just gadgets.
No, he's also on cocaine and does a lot of push-ups.
Correct. And
you would have to be if you were that rich and you lived in a scary mansion with another man.
You got to have something else. You got to get a gimmick. And he got one.
Yeah. Leather and an underground playground.
Correct. And like fucking parasailing. Get into it.
Can you imagine?
Base jumping.
Gay. A straight man does not do that.
I buy Robert Pattinson's being queer because he is definitely the most like emo.
We did not get to see enough of that house in that movie.
Oh, I hope that they really bring it up in this one. Oh, because it was beautiful. Gothic.
Oh,
gothic. Like
you would
to
turn and you would just get stuck with a spindle. It was like
beautiful.
Perfect. Yeah, I love that.
And it was like sort of like the only thing that rich people could do, which is like make it habitable but still look like bare bones because you could see all of the like ductwork and like the bricks and all of that.
Beautiful. And Andy Serkis is there.
Oh yeah, he got blown up. He lived. But you remember there was an explosion.
That movie was really long. I couldn't tell you what
actually was kind
movie.
of a long movie, but I was really into it.
I know the Two-Face is in it. No.
Penguin.
Yeah. Who's Colin Firth? He's Penguin.
Correct.
Is there another bad guy? No, the Riddler. What's his name is in it?
Oh, yeah. Barry Keoghan.
No.
Oh, he shows up at the end. He plays the Joker. He's the one that's laughing in the cell. That's Barry Keoghan.
Yes.
But who does play the Riddler? Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, work. No, back to the original question. George Clooney. There was something about that. Daddy, is that what it is?
I don't know. He also was like not going to put up with anything. If he didn't like it, he's like, I kick you out.
He wasn't impassioned. No, Christian Bale's was like, I have a vendetta. Right. And George Clooney was like, can I have a night off?
Right. He was not into it.
I like that though.
play.
Peaceful times.
Maybe that's
Didn't
it.
really need him as much.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. And then aren't those the ones too with, didn't he do the one with, Jim Carrey?
I love that one.
That's the best one. That's absolutely the best one.
Yeah, I do really love that one.
Because the one with
Batman and Robin.
Right, the one with
Batman
Alicia
and Robin?
Silverstone and Poison Ivy and the ice one, that's campy and that's fantastic.
that one's
but
my
it's
favorite.
wacky. I actually like
Poison
the
Ivy's
Riddler
my
one.
favorite.
Yeah,
Poison Ivy is my favorite. I think that's Batman and Robin.
Yeah, it's pretty good shit.
Batman and Robin.
And then of course
Yeah.
there's the Tim Burton ones, which I think most people love the best.
I mean,
They're iconic.
why they gotta put him in silver undies?
It was all very, very gay. And I mean, we know that now.
Right.
That was on purpose.
Right.
But I love it. And then the nipples, obviously.
Well, are you a fan of the nipples on the suit?
Duh.
I know, they need to be there.
Duh. They need to be there. They have a purpose.
Well, I have not watched 911 this week, but I did get to see Survivor, so I may be able to spoil it in an hour.
Let's
in
do
an
it.
hour. I might be able to spoil it.
Do you think you can do it in just an hour?
We watched it last night, and I was sitting there going, "How could I remember what happened?"
And you're probably so focused on that you were just forgot it altogether.
I was trying to remember colors, team colors, to try to make it easy. It was I don't think it's gonna.
That's not gonna make it easier. I love that. You're gonna latch onto details, and I'm gonna be like, that made no sense.
I know.
Were you actually watching 911? Oh, let's do it. All right. Do you have yours? So we can use it as a timer.
Oh.
The game is spoiled in under a minute. This week, we are spoiling.
Survivor episode. I don't know.
Okay. Do you know the
Episode
season?
49, because 50 is next time.
Damn.
Next time? Is it? It's either 48 or 49. I think it's 49 because 50 is next time.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So after a tumultuous, not town hall, but I'm calling it a town hall, where they voted out Bianca 2 weeks ago, Say came back into the camp and she was going off because she was not involved with everything going down. Okay. New day happens. Boats enter. Okay. Boats come and they go, we know what this is. They're merging. The teams are merging. So that's a good thing. Do you know what that does?
Sure.
Everybody's merging. The teams are merging. They bring them all and they're going to play this game. And they're like, okay, we're going to, so one person has to sit out. And that one person was Say. Say sat out. Okay, that's why I mentioned her at the very beginning. I'm getting better at this. And so she sat out while they all played the game, which was terrible. Cedric was hanging on a thing, crying as they were trying to get his butt up. And then they had to finish a puzzle at the very end and they were all muddy. But the first team who won got to eat. But then they had to compete for an individual immunity so they wouldn't be voted off this episode. So that was, they were balancing this ball on this stick. Anyways, Say got to, oh no!
Say, can
I
you
really
see?
didn't think, I really thought I was doing good. I looked down and said 24 seconds and I said, we got this, we got this.
A while ago.
Say did not go home.
Can't. Beyond the timer.
Oh,
Very dare.
that's it.
Wow.
Got through half the episode.
Spoiled.
Half the episode.
Under a minute.
13 people went to tribal. That's what it was
Is
called.
that more than normal?
It's huge.
Just how many people normally go to trial?
Well,
Tribal.
It was weird because every single person was up to be voted off besides
Oh, I see.
the one who got immunity.
I see. So normally one person goes up for tribal.
No, but I don't know. It seemed like a big deal.
It's a big deal. All you're doing. This is a big deal. I gotta remember this point. Has it ever happened? I don't know. I just gotta remember it.
They're now blue.
Right. Oh my God. I don't remember you talking about team colors at all. Maybe you did, but I don't remember
But they
it.
were back there.
That's funny.
Green, orange, and purple. Wow. Blue. They're now blue.
Blue.
All right, you ready?
I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Oh.
What did I watch this week? I was gonna do the Resident.
Well, while you're thinking,
Yeah.
also, I'm not spoiling anything on White Lotus because I know you haven't watched
No,
it
I
yet.
haven't. Not at all.
There was this really great moment in this last episode that now I can't spoil. I can't do it.
You can't.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It had to do with Cash App. So if you know, you know.
Okay.
That was funny. I laughed.
Damn it! I know I watched something new this week. What is?
Do that movie.
What movie?
A Lady and a Gentleman.
Lady and a Gentleman.
The one your mother likes, that you liked? Runaway Bride.
Oh my God. Let's fucking go.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, hang on. I gotta remember that movie a little bit. Because I haven't watched it in a long time. I just have to remember somebody's job, and then I can like fucking go. Yeah, let's do it.
And go.
Okay. So Julia Roberts, she lives in this small town with all these funny people. Oh, and she is notorious. She's not as funny as them. Like Joan Cusack, she's there. Funny. She is notorious for like almost getting married a bunch and running away. And at the top, they had like a whole montage of like all these wedding videos from the 80s where she just like runs right before she gets to the altar. What? And so this guy in New York, Richard Gere, finds out about this. He's like, okay, this is a story. He's a columnist. And he's like, I'm going to go write about her.
Okay.
And he goes on there. They end up falling in love. They're at the altar together. She runs away. He runs after her. And then eventually, they're away for a while. She comes to New York because she's selling these lights, and it's like making her big city debut. And he's like, I saw your lights in a window. And then they like
is she an artist?
Meet on a horse, and they ended up getting married and then riding off on a horse together. The end.
What was the conflict?
3, 2, 1. Suck it.
What was the conflict?
There wasn't. She just what is the conflict of any romance? They can't find the man, they can't get married.
Oh.
That was it. She did.
That's some crazy stuff. You did it. You really did it. Don't shoot those turkeys in the park. They're studying
We're
those.
studying them in slow. I loved that comment.
I did too. You know, I haven't seen them since. Did they lock them up? They said the queens are getting them. The queens are getting the turkey
We have some drag queens we're worried about. Not the DEI.
Not the DEI. Not the guns.
Not the guns.
The drag queens.
The drag queens. Oof. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Junior, by the way, for all the comments. They left a very good idea, and we should do this.
Okay.
Whenever I finish White Lotus season 3. They were like, recap it. We would love to find out, like, do a recap, and we could do like one per episode or one per season. One episode per season.
Okay.
I'm very into that.
Ooh. It's a good show.
It's a great show.
Hate the theme song this season.
I read something today about that. The composer has been like, he hasn't gotten along with Mike White since the beginning.
What?
And is like a little bit more like unconventional, likes to take risks and stuff. And then like the way that they arrived at the season 2 opener was kind of Mike and some more of the production team pushing for something a little. They were like, we want to hear something that you'd hear in Ibiza. Like at a club. Like they wanted the clubness of it.
Yes.
And he gave it to them. It was a huge hit. Apparently, like, they wanted something similar again this season. He changed it up, and they were like, okay, like, we'll stick with this, but like not happy about it. And he's like, I'm done. And like, I just read that he's like, I'm not doing any more for them. Because he's like, clearly we have creative differences, and like, I do what I do, and they want something else. So funny you should say that.
All the incidental music in it is so
beautiful. I don't know about this season, but the previous ones, yeah, gorgeous.
Well, the incidental music is all the same as the previous season. Yeah, it's all the same.
Love that.
Just the beginning song just isn't it. And I'm sorry there are creative differences, but it also sounds like he's not a budget. And if you don't want to make that money, go somewhere else.
I do love somebody, especially in like, I mean, capitalism is burning, but like in these days, to be like, yeah, I'll break over creative differences. It's kind of cunty.
I mean, seriously, because it's like you can do that without the money.
Yeah.
You can
apparently
say you don't need it.
Maybe that second season one for him. I mean, if he gets royalties for that, that's a banger. Maybe. I have that on playlists for like fucking working out. Yeah.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'd like to know.
I'd like another banger is what I would like. I'm on Mike's side on this one. Sorry, Diva.
So I just think you should.
Yeah. Like, I like your work, but
when you're pushed.
Play the hits.
And prodded, and you're making stuff that you don't like. Yeah. So mean.
Whoops.
That's so funny that Hugh Jackman is not really, but in that kind of.
Oh, I'll tease the residents. It's so funny. If you like those Knives Out movies, or if you just like whodunits in general, like detective movies, it's so good.
Yeah.
And Uzo Aduba plays the like detective. so funny. And she's like into birding. And so she's like casually like birding in between solving this murder at the White House.
That's why she had the little binoculars.
Yes.
Okay.
And like they have to lock everybody down at the White House. There's this state dinner with all these Australian people, including Kylie Minogue, and then like supposedly Hugh Jackman. But the funny thing is there's like just the stand-in actor and they like put a voiceover. And it's like they make jokes all the time that everybody's so excited to see him the most.
Yeah.
And like you never see him.
He's in hiding after what we said about him last week.
Truly. The way that you prophesied some things happening in the ether from the last episode, because also you were like, I hope those tariffs just make everything too expensive.
Listen,
girl, we had a lowest day of the stock markets in 5 years.
Crystal ball.
I guess so. Because I almost cut that. I was like, maybe this is a hot take.
Madagascar is one of the highest tariff countries now, which is crazy considering what do they give us? Vanilla? Do you know how much vanilla actually is right now? If you go and get vanilla beans, you ever seen a vanilla bean?
Go off.
Okay, well, a vanilla bean is like, it's like a little bit smaller than my finger, right? So if you buy like a thing, and some recipes call for vanilla bean, and you have to
and you get like a bunch of them, like maybe in a jar.
Not a bunch of them.
No, not a bunch. I mean like a
3.
By a bunch, I meant like a tiny gathering of it. Like if it were like yeah.
You get 3, and they look like shriveled, mummified fingers.
Yeah.
And it's what, $15 for 3 of them? Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's a luxury
and
item.
That's at.
Let it out, girl. Go off.
That was Trump trying to come out.
Come out.
That is, it's this Red Bull. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what I was saying. It's expensive.
Tariffs.
And so you do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to slice it and you got to scrape the seeds out.
And then you scrape it out.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if there's like a 57% tariff on Madagascar, that vanilla is going to go up to almost probably $30.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting
Who's
estimates of how much it's going to cost most Americans overall. And I think the last
$2,000 per household.
$2,000 to $3,000 per household.
Can you imagine? I can't afford it now. A bird ran into the window in my therapy session the other day.
Wow, let's go. Omen.
I was sitting there on my phone, and it goes, well, boom. I was in the lobby.
Okay.
I wasn't in therapy. And
love to ignore my therapist during therapy.
Yeah, like. And like I saw it happen, and it kind of flew away. And there's a woman sitting against the window, and she was kind of like, no one said anything after it happened. Like a good
hate that.
15, 20 seconds.
That's almost scarier.
So I was kind of like, okay. And so I looked back down at my phone and she goes, what was that? She wasn't Ariana Grande. But she was like, what was that? Yeah. I was like, a bird.
You put away your like cheap Ariana Grande impersonation for a high class.
I did.
That was better the second time.
And I was like, a bird ran into that window.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh.
Log that away for later.
I sat there, and literally, he was late coming down to get me. This is like 2 minutes past when my session was supposed to start. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to sit here. And then I go, you know I'm writing fan fiction about the birds, the old Hitchcock movie, The Birds. And she goes, oh, yeah, I know that movie. And I go, scary. And she goes, very scary.
Don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
And,
I got to do it. So you know I'm writing fan fiction, right? I love.
Never saw her again.
Oh, that's very scary. That's amazing.
You know, if she was like a 25-year-old, it would have been interesting. But
you would have had so much fun to talk about it. Yeah.
She had no dice.
She wasn't there. Listen, it's great to talk to people and to be friendly in public. I do think that we need more of that. So I think you did a good thing.
You're right. I hate it.
I do too. Sometimes it feels like obligatory, but
I just
try
hate small talk.
It can be bad. Yeah, it can be bad. But the thing is, I always like to talk about the weather. So like I can pretty much go off, and then I know I'm annoying the person, so I'm like, okay.
Can I tell you a story? Somebody who knew me came into work the other day.
Uh-oh. Wait, what does that mean?
I didn't know who they were, but they looked at my name tag and they were like, oh, they were like, are you so-and-so from so-and-so? And I was, are you, beep out my name.
Yeah, no, you can do so-and-so, but from what?
From Joplin. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she told me who she was.
Do I know this person?
Yeah, I think you do, but she's younger than us.
Okay.
And you can probably cut all this shit out. But
just tell me who it is right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea who she was.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, I don't think I would know them to see them.
She doesn't look, I mean, she's blonde and has braces. But I was very friendly.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And she left. And Emily, who I work with, was like, who's that? And I was like, oh, well. And she goes, you good friends with them? And I was like, no, actually, I have no idea who really she is. And I don't even remember her. And she goes, well, you really fooled me. I thought you were my best friends with her. And I was like, that's great.
Girl, any day of the week, it could have been anybody. It could have been my mother.
Listen, manners.
I love that.
Manners are important. As I sit here and gab
Belch.
about them and belch.
I also love that, like, yeah. You're a very consistent person. You treat people pretty much the same all around.
That's true.
And I think that's a good thing.
Well, because
like, you're not fake.
I wouldn't want to be in the situation where the person doesn't remember who I am.
Yes.
And so I don't know, I guess I'm just really memorable.
Oh my god. That's my nightmare.
I know.
I hate when that happens.
Well, I hate that too.
I hate it. And thankfully it doesn't happen. And it hasn't happened in a long time since I've lived here.
Can I tell you another story?
Yeah, let's go.
This might need to be cut out, but it's interesting.
Yeah, let's hear it.
2 months ago, a man came into the bookstore who I swear to God was my brother.
You started to tell this at one point.
I did?
You've mentioned him before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So clock me.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 days ago, Wednesday, he came in again. And I go, Eliza, I just have to tell somebody else. That person, that man over there, looks exactly like my brother.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, okay. And so I was like, just had to tell somebody.
Yeah.
I told my therapist yesterday
Just got to tell somebody else.
I am not convinced it's not my brother. And he looked, I was like, can I tell you something crazy? And he's like, yeah. I was like, it's kind of a conspiracy theory, but I just need you to go with me. And I was like, I prefaced it with a bunch of other stuff, which I always feel like I have to preface with a bunch of other stuff to make things make sense.
He's writing that down too.
And I don't really know if he needs it all, but I try. We came out the other end thinking that it was preposterous, right?
Yeah. But you got to follow those thoughts through sometimes, you know?
He came in again yesterday in the store. And I said,
no.
That 2 months ago.
Too soon.
He saw me.
Yeah.
He saw me and he was like, oh, weird. Then he came back 2 days ago to make sure. And then yesterday he was going to talk to me.
Did he?
No.
But do you think that that's his thought process? You think that's what's going on?
Yes.
He's trying to make contact.
Correct.
I mean...
So do I need to talk to my therapist?
Yes.
I mean, listen, you were wrong. He came in.
Yes.
Because literally...
You got to go through the steps you went through before in therapy, and you got to get to the end.
We talked about literally Thursday morning, and then Thursday I went to work, and he was there.
I hate that.
Better than the guy who I think is murdering everybody. He hasn't come into the store for a long time.
And that's the other thing. It's like, you don't have very many daily customers.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, we have a lot of regulars.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
It's just weird that this guy's not a regular.
And that he's been in twice. And like, he's suddenly a regular.
Correct.
Right.
And he's just
Do you think that he's like flirting?
No, because...
Do you think that he's like, you look like my brother too? And you're distantly related?
I mean, my father's father did get around. I told you about that when his father's father died and they sent out a mass invite on Facebook and they were like, we know so-and-so had a lot of different family because he was a traveling salesman. So if you're out there, we would love to see you at the funeral.
You never told me this. That's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
People I've never
So
met.
like maybe so. I mean on it,
possibly.
and then like maybe around here.
Possibly.
So he could literally just be like, this person, I'm going like a realistic route.
You don't think my parents faked it all and...
I just think that they would save themselves the trouble. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of debt amassed there.
I love that you're like, I don't know still. But yeah, this might be like, he might be coming back because he's like, you look like you could be related to me.
I don't know. Is that crazy?
It doesn't sound like him being related to you is actually as crazy as I thought it was before. Like, to be real.
Okay, well, I'll lead with that story.
Uncle thing, I was like, you should absolutely, because he's going to be like, oh, actually, like, maybe you have something. But no, not your brother.
It's freaking me out.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Because, like, I've seen that in movies.
Yeah. Fucking just, yeah.
I've seen that on television. They've done that on SVU.
So it must be real.
Listen, SVU gets all their stories from the news, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
Do they really?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awful.
The Robin Williams one about the guy who's putting cameras in the toilets. Can you imagine? Put the camera in the
I do
toilet?
think about that sometimes
Oh,
in public
after
toilets.
that episode, I think about it every time, and I lift the lid and I go,
I look around a little
I don't
bit.
see anything.
I know. But I'm like, it could still be
I
there.
was like, do you really want to see me poop?
I guess you're getting what you want. I never want to see this video. I don't want to know it exists. But if you have it, I guess I don't know.
Never mind. We're not getting
No,
to
I
the
don't want to go down
semantics.
that. I don't want to go there. I really don't. Listen, I spoiled that in under a minute this week, and I'm feeling just pretty much accomplished.
I hear you.
Don't want to go down from that high.
I didn't notice that when it said 24 seconds, it was 24 seconds left.
Oh.
It was counting down. I saw the 24 seconds and I thought it was counting up, and I was like, oh, I'm doing great.
I looked down around that time, too, because I remember seeing 22 and thinking, she hasn't said anything yet. Not a thing.
Well...
Or maybe you had, and I just didn't know that you were spoiling it, but I was like, this doesn't seem like it was like a spoiler. It's tough.
You did great.
I kept that. I left out so many details. But you got the plot.
Did I? I mean, I got the plot from you.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't get the plot from me. You have no idea.
Not a clue.
I didn't even tell you what group won.
I also
won?
You at the start, you said like something about like, and then they did this thing. You know how that works? Like you're about to. And I was like, if you want to use those valuable seconds, you can explain that to me, but you're wasting your time.
Well, I tried because I was like, it's not called. I don't know what I called it.
Oh, right.
Hall.
Yeah, you're like, skip that.
That was unimportant.
Yeah, you didn't call it tribal. You called it like, I don't know, a meeting or something.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Breakfast and
The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. I think they really need to do a Celebrity Survivor season. I think.
Haven't they? Because wasn't Mike...
Football players have been on it. Other sports people. Maybe some other celebrities.
They need to do like big celebrities.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have both
We
ways.
need to get Robert Downey Jr. on an island.
Oh my God, he would flip.
Yeah. We need to get people who like would not do this normally, that would like are very creature comfort celebrities. I want to see that.
What's her name? Gal Gadot.
What is that? You're trying to hold it in.
I was watching our shorts the other day on YouTube, because yes, I watch our own shorts.
Eat it.
One popped up that was like the 5 worst line readings of hers in the new movie. And I got through one of them, and I was like, whew.
I saw one of a bunch of drag queens we love. I think all the girls that are in the drag musical in New York right now.
Yes.
And apparently this is a viral thing. I'm not on TikTok right now. But yeah, they were all doing their best bad gal readings.
Oh, it's just, she's all like.
I only have one.
What was it?
And it's from the Agatha Christie movie, The Death in the Nile.
Oh, she's in that, isn't she?
And she's like, and enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Listen.
That was her throwing
Acting
the champagne
is hard.
in the Nile.
I got it.
Yeah.
I was transported.
Yeah.
I was there on that boat and the sun was setting.
It's a pretty movie. You know who else is in that movie?
Yes. Wait, I'm going to guess. The redhead.
Start with the controversial ones first. There is one.
Oh, no.
There is one more.
Helen Mirren.
We talk about them
She's in
often.
the original Nile movie.
She's not very controversial either.
No, but she was the first person I could think. We talk about them often. Mm-hmm. Jules Sparkles.
No.
JJ Sowa.
Close.
Close?
No.
Oh, JJ so Jesus Christ.
It's also JoJo.
I know. I couldn't get that out fast enough. Give me a hint. Woman.
Man.
Army Hammer.
Yes.
He's in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna watch that.
I guess so. Let's get into it.
Did he ever sell his truck? Because if not, I'll buy it. Car's about to go up, so I mean, I'll give him $3.
Not to drive it.
No.
I'm doing CSI in that truck with my tongue.
What are you doing tonight? I got this truck I just bought.
Yeah, I gotta tear her up and look all around. You interested? Looking for shit. Who knows?
Literally.
Anything interesting?
No.
But anyway, here's
Looking
a black
for
light
fingers.
and
Looking for fingers. That poor man.
in what sense? He's rich.
No, he's not.
Yes, he comes from a billionaire family.
Please.
And during this whole thing, he escaped to the Caymans where he has like a family home.
I have a family home
He's
in the
not
Caymans.
not poor Army Hammer. Poor those people that dated him.
The day before COVID shut down, we saw him in that play. We were in the same room.
What play?
It was
Excuse me.
what was it? It was weird. Because they all like got undressed in the end and ate people. It was weird. But it was like a city council. They were all in a city council room. The Minutes. I think it might have been called The Minutes. Was it Tracy Letts?
By J.J. Siwa. Oh, by Tracy Letts? Maybe so. I remember you telling me something about that.
It's either Tracy Letts
that you
or
saw
Christopher
something new by
Durang.
him. I
can't
think it was
remember.
Tracy.
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good. Prophecy.
I mean, yeah, for him.
Well, and then we saw the night after, what did we see? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? And half the theater was empty.
That never happened.
Because that was the first theater that they found COVID in.
Right.
And
Who was big in that?
Laurie Metcalf.
Right.
Laurie Metcalf and what's their name? Oh, crap. Russell Tovey was in it.
Oh, I love him.
His girlfriend in it, or wife, I can't remember her, and Eddie Izzard.
Oh, interesting. So Eddie was the older, right? And Russell was the younger couple.
Correct.
Right.
I remember liking it. The woman next to us left at intermission because she's like, this is long.
Love
Girl.
that. On a Broadway ticket, too. I
probably
just think
didn't pay
that's
for it.
rich.
We didn't pay for
oh,
it.
maybe so. Okay, yeah, that's my thing, too. I'm like, how do you get there after spending so much money?
A lot of people
and get
have not-
surprised and like leave or whatever. I'm just like, that's wild to me.
I think a lot of those people that are sitting in that theater either paid very little or got free tickets.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Because like, yeah, and maybe that's capitalism in me speaking. I'm like, I'm making sure I know what I'm getting into.
Yes.
If that's the ticket.
I'm spending $125. Well, I remember spending $125 on like The Little Mermaid on Broadway.
Yeah.
A long time ago. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Staying, hearing it
Renee
all.
Scott was so good.
And then sometimes it pays off, you know?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Long
Seeing
live
Wicked
Kim
on
Page.
Broadway is always going to be worth it.
I never saw it on Broadway. Saw it in
Sing The
Los
Lion
Angeles.
King, worth it. Yeah.
We were talking about Young Frankenstein this morning.
Oh, what a funny show.
No one does it. And we were like, why does no one do it? It's just so big. I think
It's a lot
so
of
big.
show, I think. I don't know all of it, like intimately, but it's a lot of scenes, right? It's
That
a
was
lot of
show.
scene changes.
Yeah, that was a show Sutton was good in.
But it's Megan. That was all about Megan.
Yeah, and the whole scene where they had the giant boat just for her song.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
That's Broadway, bitch. That's what I want.
They don't do that anymore.
No,
It's all projections.
You got to turn it, and it's got to be three.
You gotta
sets.
turn it, and it's gotta be 3 sets. What else are you doing?
You have one job.
I don't know. When you're on a stage that big, it's kind of boring when you just have flat things.
Honestly.
I don't know. I want it to be like a movie. I want it to feel like a movie, and it should feel like a movie.
It should transport you.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I should be in it. I shouldn't be looking at the sides or like a little bit taken away because it's not here or there. And I hate that's like, I don't hate it. I love that about theater because you can do it that way. I'm like, why am I so strict about these things? I'm like, no.
Right.
It's not that hard to like get people in. You just gotta like work at it.
I think people have forgotten the like ritual of theater.
Yeah.
And because it is something very magical.
I was telling this to my sister again. I always feel like I'm making the case for her to get into it, and it's never going to happen. Wow. But it's just like, I was like, there are so many things that shouldn't work about it. Mm-hmm. You're working with content that truly does not make sense sometimes on paper or even in rehearsals.
Right.
Until you get it in front of an audience. And then the shows that really do work out have something you couldn't have prepared to get it there. No. The ones that really hit it have a connection with the audience and meet them and become something else that then grows. Like, you can't, like, The Producers is a good show.
Yeah.
But getting those people in there with, like, Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane and, like, that made it what it is.
Right. Well, that's what they tried to do with Music Man.
Doesn't work. Because it's a stupid show.
It's a stupid show. No one likes that show.
But you know what's funny? It's so well known, though. And it's got some silly songs in it. The pool song is funny.
Oh, to a Grecian urn.
Oh.
Can we,
everybody
next time
loves...
the Muni does that show, can we go and drag and be
heckle
like,
it.
we just... No. We should go and audition for the old women who do the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, to the Grecian urn.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little.
Yeah, those
cheap,
ladies.
cheap.
That's the best song.
That is kind of... I mean...
Good night, ladies. When do you remember learning those
in
two
elementary
songs?
school.
And then you having to sing them.
And they'd make us switch back and forth, too.
They don't do
Our
that
kids
anymore.
doing shit like this anymore. We were fucking talented.
They were like sing out.
We were doing fucking choir. They were show moms. Our school a little bit. We were both in all city choir though, weren't you?
I did it for 1 year, and I said I will never do this again. This is awful.
Yeah.
Hate.
I was less of a big fish in that pond.
What does that mean?
Didn't get as much star time.
Oh. It was all about the choir aspect. And
Correct.
I'm like, listen.
Where's my solo?
My voice is disgusting. I don't blend well with anybody.
Oh, I think a lot of people love that bell song from that. A lot of people use that in like weddings and stuff.
What bell song?
From Music Man.
Oh.
There were bells on the hills. Isn't that Music Man? But I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard. It's a really pretty song.
No, I never heard that at all.
Till there was you.
Is that Music Man?
I'm pretty sure. Like, it's the school teacher's song, like her little solo after he gets there and she starts falling in love with him.
No, she sings, good night, my someone, good
Shit,
night,
you're right, that is what that is. But I'm pretty sure the bell one is still Music Man.
Why don't I know that song? I don't like that.
Yeah.
Who
pretty
cares?
sure. Who cares? Stupid show.
That art don't mean nothing anymore.
No. You want to revive something cool? Hello Dolly worked. And it can work again.
You know what I would really love to see Hello Dolly be? I want somebody to do it as like a presidential election. A modern presidential election.
That could be cool.
I don't know. Think about it.
Yeah. And like the dinner scene is like where? Like
I don't know.
Some state
It
dinner?
just came to me, so I wanted to
And
say
then there's
it
a
out
murder.
loud.
And
There's
Kylie
a murder.
Minogue is there.
And Kylie Minogue
and
is
then
there.
Uzo Aduba comes and anyway.
And she has her little binoculars, and she's
Correct.
like, "Why are you wearing that guy's shirt? I can see it from across the room."
You've seen the preview.
That's the only thing. That's why I was like, "Why is she have little binoculars?"
She's a birder.
And all those old men were hot, and I was like, "What's happening here?"
Get into it.
And she looks so cute.
She looks so cute the whole time.
Is it modern day?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
They make the president's gay.
Oh.
Gay man. Gay husband.
Uma Thurman?
No, gay man. First husband.
Uma Thurman?
Actually, yes. And
I've seen red, white, and royal blue.
right. I knew that's where you're going. I need a pizza. I think about that sometimes. You remember when
She
he
was
comes
so
out to her
bad
and
in
she
that
goes,
movie.
she doesn't say anything and she just gets on the phone. She goes, I need a pizza. And then she kind of smiles and you're like, oh, she loves her gay son.
Yeah, I don't think
or
she's
bi.
good in that movie, but it works.
She is Jennifer Jason Leigh in Fargo season 5. She adds a level of camp that like brings it to a different place.
It is. It's that gravitas. We have an
Correct.
actor in this thing that is like
worth her weight. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, and we're gonna make it work.
like Parker Posey in this season of White Lotus.
Just put her in.
Like you know she's batshit crazy.
Oh, love that.
And also because everyone is speculating, I'm getting this third hand because Eliza is also watching White Lotus and she's telling me all the the phone gossip. And she said that no one is like doing press with each other. And she thinks that
there's a bunch of a set drama. I've read this too. And that Jason
Isaacs
has admitted this.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
And
he was like, it was not an easy set. What's happening?
Tell us about it, Janet.
Like the last, I mean, I don't know if there was a bunch, but the last one, they were very much like, we were on vacation.
Well, they were
we had
partying.
a blast.
And
yeah.
I was like, well, look at the cast of now. I feel like the cast last season, it sort of lent themselves to a party
It was a lot more young people.
Well, not just, yes, but also more active. Like, I don't know. These people
it was the
are
sexy
more,
season.
Correct.
And you're like in Italy, and like, I think they had that whole place to themselves because it was like off season.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch White Lotus. It's good. Ooh. Get over the gay incest because you know what? I think a lot of that's happening.
They did it. I think especially with rich people.
With rich people.
Yeah. They're already doing it with the money. Just keeping it in the family.
How are you going to raise that $2,000?
For me?
No, for your household.
Oh, I got scared. I don't know.
Take some pictures.
That's where my mind went first when I thought I was in trouble. I was like, damn it, I got to sell them again. Got to take more feet pics.
Ugh. You know, every time I see a foot picture anywhere, I always just want to say, oh, cover. I'd like,
that's valuable.
That's my first reaction is like, not for free.
That is funny.
Because I think those feet fetish people are paying high dollar.
They are.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That Feet Finder site or whatever, there are like OnlyFans level. It's true.
I love that.
I do too.
I love that there are people out there that find feet so sexy. And I'm like, more power to you.
More power to you. It is like the number one kink.
Same for people who want to watch people dump.
I don't think
Like
it's the number one kink.
No, but it was enough to explore it on ABC.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, what season was SVU in? They're grab bagging.
Reaching.
Wow.
Anyway.
Watch some trash television this week.
We're about to watch some trash tonight.
Oh, yeah, we are. What does John Waters say? There's that really great quote, and he's like, go see a fucked up movie.
Go watch Pink Flamingos. No, speaking of pooping, doesn't she like eat dog poop? What was it?
Yeah, dog shit.
Wow. Listen, we all do it.
Everybody's so creative. We all do it. We all eat dog shit. Just admit
we
it.
all poop.
Oh. Yeah, it's true. Have a good bowel movement this week.
Oh my God, yes.
And
take some medicine, eat some prunes.
Yeah.
Do some jumping jacks.
Sure.
Does that help?
Sure. Yeah. Get your heart rate up. Great.
And if all else fails, stuff a cone up there. You take it out, you'll probably poop.
Yeah, that's the
Traffic
best
cone,
proven
you know?
way. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You can do one of those smaller ones.
To start.